After all this new knowledge that you have, how is clustering actually useful? Let's start from the types of analysis there are in general. We could have exploratory, confirmatory, and explanatory analysis. Exploratory analysis involves getting acquainted with the data, searching for patterns, and determining what methods may be useful to investigate further. Techniques such as data visualization, descriptive statistics, and clustering are great ways to get acquainted with the data without explicitly trying to explain anything. There is no strict definition of confirmatory and explanatory analysis, but either way, they are different from exploratory analysis. Their aim is to explain a phenomenon, confirm a hypothesis, or validate some previous research. That's where we would normally use hypothesis testing and regression analysis. Clustering can be used for all types of analysis, but most commonly, it is used for exploratory analysis. To elaborate, our market segmentation problem was a prime example of exploratory market segmentation. Okay. Clustering can also be used as a confirmation of past beliefs. Maybe we knew the different clusters and just wanted to assign each observation to a different cluster. That is rarely the case, though, as classification is a much more precise technique to deal with that. The big advantage of clustering in this case would be that when the market segments are changing fundamentally, a clustering solution may show that the clusters no longer look in the same way. Thus, the market has changed. Okay, enough theory. Let's take that 4-cluster solution from our previous lecture and think about how we can use it in real life. The 4 clusters were the alienated customers, the supporters, the fans, and the roamers. When designing the strategy of the company, we ultimately want to get as many people as possible to be fans, right? We want them to be both satisfied and loyal. In order to turn the supporters into fans, we must increase their shopping satisfaction. But aren't they already loyal, you may ask? Well, yes, but they are as close to becoming fans as becoming alienated. If we don't address their feedback, we may lose them as clients. Therefore, we must increase their customer satisfaction by taking actionable steps. For example, there is a big supermarket very close to my home. I completely love the variety of groceries they offer, but often I prefer not going there because the queues are devastating. Thus, my shopping experience is bad overall. I am loyal, but I don't know for how long, as I don't want to spend my time waiting in line. So, if the supporters in our example don't like waiting in long queues to pay, the shop must get more cashiers or optimize the process in some other way. Otherwise, they risk losing them as customers. Note that it is quite possible that by increasing the customer satisfaction, the supporters may transition to fans, but also some people from the alienated cluster may move to the roamers one, as we are addressing the same feature, satisfaction. So far, so good. The roamers are satisfied, but not loyal. In order to get them to come more often, we may introduce loyalty programs. Examples are discount vouchers, loyalty cards, raffles, and so on. Again, this may encourage the alienated cluster to become more loyal, not necessarily making them more satisfied, putting them in the supporters group. Finally, it doesn't really make sense to address the alienated cluster first, as they are too far away from the fans. By default, they are not likely to even enter our shop, as they are already dissatisfied and disloyal. Great! Is there anything else that can be done? More and more, we encounter targeted ads on the internet. One strategy is to gather as much data about our fans cluster as possible, and then find people of similar age, interests, income, and so on, who have never heard of us and target them in our ad campaigns. That's a strategy used by Google, Amazon, and Facebook. Based on your personal preferences, they compare you to people in a similar situation and offer you products you or people similar to you are likely to buy. Clustering is one of the methods that can be used for this. All right. I believe you got a very good idea of why clustering is useful and how to take advantage of it. Thanks for watching.